So doing an edited video where you show the character's different punish, where you don't see anything if he's actually failing, becomes a bit more disingenuous. So in theory you have a 14 frame window there, but in practice it's not doable. It's not doable at all.
Okay, we're back again with another video, and this is the last time I'm making a video on this topic because I'm tired. Just tired. I'm tired. But anyway, JFK made a response to my video on the Down 3-4, and it was actually very informative. There was lots of great things in there. I do recommend actually checking it out, but there was some things that I do have to dispel. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but address. There are things I'm gonna have to address because you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. But yeah, I'm gonna do that in a second. But first, the one thing I really have to touch on that has annoyed me so much is the people who, because the response to the video was largely positive. A lot of people saying this helped to whatever. There were some people disagreeing, and it was nice to have debates with people in there. I think the response that annoyed me the most were the people who were like, he said sidestep, but he actually did a sidewalk. Yes, sometimes I mess up terminology. Yes, I am human. If I say sidestep, but I actually do a sidewalk, use your brain and think about which option you should actually do. Just do a sidewalk. Just do what I do. It doesn't matter what I say. I do sometimes mess up terminology. Okay, that's it. I'm human. Thank you. Goodbye. Now, I'm just going to get into the video, and I'm just going to sort of address some of the points that JFK made, mainly to the start of the video. Towards the end of the video, I didn't have any problems. There were really some informative things there, but it was just around the beginning, the things that really I feel like need to be addressed. So I guess the only thing I really want to touch on from JFK's video is the fact that he said with the way I edited it, it looks like I probably could have thrown away all my missed punishes. You know how many times was already recorded. I messed up, so if I tried to do that and I got that, like I tried to punish, like because of the way I did it, you know how many times I actually got caught or whatever.
So doing an edited video where you show the character's different punish, where you don't see anything if he's actually failing, becomes a bit more disingenuous.
But generally speaking, I didn't have any problems recording those punishes. Like every single time was first time. I think I did between 11 and 13 frame punishes for every character, and all the full crouch ones, I shouldn't have to prove myself for the full crouch ones because those are so easy. Actually, while I'm here, I'll show you guys something, and I'm going to do an edit here just to make it easier so you don't see the loading time. So for example, if I have a character like Law here who has a good 13 frame while standing option, which is what you should be doing mainly for Hwoarang, he has a good 13 frame option. But if start that for a second, if you find that it's too difficult, he has another option you can do, which is, you know, slide, which is a straight punish. You know, you have no chance of getting caught by the forward 4 at that point. So the moment down 3 is 4 is blocked, you just immediately slide. Like that's an option there. Like I said, it's all about just finding your best option to deal with it. I'm not saying any of it's easy. I'm just saying it's about finding your best option. Now I'm gonna go back to Marduk just to show what I'm talking about. So I guess the only way for me to really prove my point, or not prove my point, but just like clear my name, is just to consistently punish down 3-4 forward 4. I'll do it 5 times in a row, right? I'll do 5 for every punish, right? We'll do 5 times in a row. Because with practice, it does become easier. I mean, it's still going to be annoying, especially online. Especially online, it's going to be annoying because of the active frames of the 4. But yeah, with Marduk, it's quite easy because he obviously has an 11 frame, right? So I'm going to go up and I'm going to show Brian. And the reason I show Brian and Marduk is because there are 2 players who consistently do this to me. Once they duck down 3-4 and I go for forward 4 to try and, because it's literally reaction. They always punish me for it, and that is Dinosaur and John. And so here we have Brian, who has a 12 frame while standing counter hit move. And yeah, so it's the same thing, you know. Like it's something that can be done fairly consistently. I mean, I have no problems doing it, but I play Hwoarang, so I guess you know, I just know what it's like. But the thing is, well, I played against players who have no problem doing it. Like there was a trade, but that's still a good situation there for Brian. Like I don't know what more I can really say at this point. Like, yes, it can be done consistently. And it is done to me consistently. Like, there are players that can consistently do this every single time they've ducked to down 3-4 and I go for forward 4, which is, you know, it's not easy, but it's possible. Like, that's the thing. At no point did I say this is an easy thing to do or it's not that difficult. I'm going to go to Dragunov for a second, because one thing I did found is Dragunov was a bit weird. Dragunov does have multiple 12 frame options, but while I was recording Dragunov, I actually did have issues with. I did have issues with Dragunov for some reason, and I don't know why that was. So when I do, like I showed there, Brian's 12 frame, now I'm going to do Dragunov's 12 frame. Now I'm going to do Dragunov's 12 frame, basically, because for some reason, it's not happening anymore. It's not happening anymore. I'll do while standing 1+2. I'll do while standing 1+2. Okay, for complete, there we go. For complete clarity's sake, for some reason, when I was trying to practice with Dragunov, when I was doing the video with Dragunov, I don't know why, but I was struggling to get his 12 frames, and I don't know why that was. It's not happening as much anymore, but I was getting a lot of trades and getting launched a lot for doing Dragunov. And one thing I found is when I do play Dragunov players, they struggle the most to actually get their 12 frame option on down 3-4. So I thought there was something there, and there kind of is, because you can see I was doing Brian consistently. I only got one trade with Brian, but I'm struggling a bit more with Dragunov. But now I'm going to go back to Marduk, because Marduk is going to be the perfect example of everything I have left to explain, really. So Marduk's other answer to down 3-4 is while standing 4, a 13 frame counter hit move, and it is another one I've set him to do down 3-4 forward 4 again. Is another one that I can still do consistently. Like 13 frames, still not too bad there. Like I will get more trades than not, but because the option itself is so good, it's not too bad. You still get your follow-up. Like, yes, it is difficult, as I'm going to keep throwing out there. It is difficult. But the thing is there, like just happened there, I did get caught, but Marduk obviously has a safer option. But I'm going to show you why. Once you've ducked down 3-4, there's nothing wrong with staying ducking. There is not a single thing wrong with staying ducking. Because the only thing he's going to do other than the forward 4 is the power crush. I'll get to that in a second. But it's not even that bad. And one thing I'm going to show you again here is if you are mashing, like even if you mistime your punish, it's not too bad. So I'm going to do the full thing here, because one thing Oharian will do is if you've ducked the down 3-4, they will commit. They'll more often than not, they all commit to the full string, because they're like, okay, they're going to go for the wild standing punish. And I'm going to show you why why even mistiming it is not too bad. Obviously, if you do it too late, wait, let me get my thoughts straight. It's not that bad. And I'm going to show you why. So after, I'm going to turn command history on as well, just so you guys can see I'm not cheating. So right, I'm going to duck the down 3-4 and I'm just going to mash. And then I'm going to show you what's going to happen. I didn't mean to mash that, but I'll try again. I'll mash my while standing 4. As you can see there, even if you get hit, even if you're mashing and you get hit, you will launch Hwoarang every single time for this. And I feel like that's something people don't know. Because in JFK's video, he showed himself messing up the punish. He showed himself messing up the punish and then just taking the forward 4, the whole thing, right? He just showed himself taking it. But there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, I feel like this is something people don't know as well, because people mistime it and then they'll just continue to do whatever. But it doesn't. I'm sure people know that doesn't jail, and that's the thing people are scared of. But if you get hit by the 4, nothing bad happens. Even if you block the 4, nothing bad happens there. If you block the 4, that's the thing I wanted JFK to show in his response, because it looked like he was hinting toward that by standing and then blocking it. And then when it comes to the down 3-4 forward 4 itself, at this point, if you just stay ducking anyway, you do get a launch for it, which, I mean, that is technically making a read. But if you stay ducking at this point, this is where everyone gets a launch. This is where it becomes Leroy down 3-2. Because here, every single character gets a launch. I think maybe Heihachi and Steve, it may be a bit more difficult for Steve because of the input. Heihachi, because crouch cancel electric, I'm not too sure what that's like. Everyone gets to launch at this point, and then at this point you may be saying to yourself, oh, what about the last hit of the string? You know, the last hit of the string will launch you, but it won't, because if you time it, you see the little pullback he does there. Oop, I messed up there. Everyone gets to launch there, even counter hit as well, right? So what that means is, if you want to go for an easier option, you have stuff like that you can do then. And Marduk has an 18 frame launcher. Characters or 15 frame launchers or whatever, they're going to be launching consistently at this point. Like, yes, well, yeah, for the 15 frame launcher characters, they have a field day at this point. Like, once you've done, I messed up there. Once you duck the down 3-4 forward 4, the 15 frame launcher characters, they're going to have fun. Not there. It's hard to do while talking at the same time. But the 15 frame launcher character can have field day there, and then the counter hit characters, Hwoarang has a 15 frame counter hit launcher, while setting counter hit launcher and while setting too. This is where they have fun. Like, from this point, I messed up there, but from this point, every character gets a launcher once the first hit of flappy kicks is over. I keep messing up because I'm talking at the same time. I'm trying to look this way. But yeah, at this point, I'm not making a great case for myself, am I? But at this point, everyone gets a launcher, right? At this point, everyone does get a launcher except maybe Steve and blah 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 blah. Like, it is. this is so funny. Like, yes, like I'm saying, to deal with all this stuff is not easy. That is making a read or whatever. But the easier thing you can just do is do your counter hit from this point. Like, once you've done down 3-4 forward 4, just do your launcher. That's the thing I can really say for that. Obviously, there's the rest of down 3-4 to worry about. But one thing I just have to say is it's not easy to deal with. At no point did I say it's easy to deal with. And I think everyone's taking my video as it's so easy to deal with it, but it's not. I'm just giving you the answers to deal with it. Like what I just showed there, I'm pretty sure no one knew about that because I've never ever seen anyone do that or talk about that. Like I probably just exposed something that Hwoarang players have never wanted me to ever expose. But at this point, it's kind of game over at this point. Like if you just stay ducking on down 3-4, that's fine. Obviously for the power crush, I'm going to get into the power crush now. I'm not too sure what the frames on, like how fast you have to be on that. I'd assume it's a similar concept. I know 12 frame will counter hit. That's 11. Yeah, you might have only 12 frames, I think, because I've been counter hit by Brian for it in the past. So I think you only have 12 frames for this. But if you do something like a while standing, or I guess Marduk while standing, I don't know. Like you can easily counter hit at 11 from what it looks like. Oops, you can counter hit from 11. I'm gonna try Brian again. So now with Brian, I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. So you have 12 frames to interrupt on this one. This is another case of just 12 frames. You might be able to do 13. I'm not too sure, but I was really struggling with Marduk. But you definitely have 12 frames on this one, and you know Brian's lucky counter hit launcher. So Brian, Dragunov, those characters will have a easier time with this one. Yeah, it takes timing. It definitely takes timing. So that is going to be all for this video. Yeah, I think I just have to keep reiterating. I never said it was easy. I know it's hard to deal with Hwoarang's down 3-4 or whatever, but practice. Like, practice is your best friend. There are lots of characters that require a lot of work to beat them. That's just how Tekken 7 goes, you know. And I'm actually giving the answers here. I'm giving the options. Like I'm doing the best I can. Like, find your character's option. It's that simple. Like, I've given you the numbers you need basically, and I've shown you a situation where you can basically always launch at the forward 4. If you stay ducking after down 3-4, you can react to either forward 4 or the power crush. Like, maybe that's your best bet. If you don't have like a 13 frame or 14 frame option, your best bet after down 3-4 is to just wait. It's just to wait. I understand that can seem weird to some people, but that's just how it is. And you know, For the people who are like, oh, but I can't punish down 3-4 forward 4, you know, I can't get there in time, just practice it. If you have a 13 frame option is your best friend. 14 frame was a little bit harder. I will be 100% honest in that. 14 frames was hard, but do your best, find your best option. If you have a full crouch option, you're completely fine. You have no reason to complain. You're going to be having a field day against this character. But yeah, it's difficult. Like I never said it was easy. So yeah, that's going to be all from me on this video. I hope it helped. This isn't any kind of beefing as well. Like, I just wanted to make a response to JFK's video. I'm not saying he's stupid or anything like that. I'm just like saying, like, listen, like, this is what you showed, but this is the answer to what you showed, basically. I also recommend checking out his response as well. He did really break down the numbers in an easy to digest way. So yeah, that's gonna be all from me. This has been a long outro. Please like if it helped, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.